What's going on, everybody, and happy Monday. Really quick before I continue on, for those of you who are clicking on my channel for the very first time, welcome, and also hit that subscribe button as I have a lot of stuff coming, whether it's movie reviews, TV reviews, video game reviews, reactions. You know what, there is a lot coming in the near future, very soon actually. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, welcome back. I'm happy to see your faces once again. This is a video that I didn't think I'd be really making anytime soon, and as y'all can tell in the title, it is a ranking video. I only make ranking videos when a certain part of a franchise is done with, or when a filmmaker is done with their journey in terms of directing, and in this case, it's a filmmaker that I guess is done directing movies, and that is Alex Garland. Alex Garland is a filmmaker that, if you ask me personally, makes these very cool films. They're very stylish films, but they're also very intriguing films, very interesting films that by the time the credits roll will always, for the most part I should say, they're very thought-provoking films. Since that Alex Garland has announced that he will not be directing for the foreseeable future, I thought it was just the right time to rank his 4 directorial features. Just want to lay some ground rules out there, even though I know the majority of you who have been watching my videos will know what I'm about to say, but for those of you who are just coming to my channel, here's the groundwork I usually lay out. This is my ranking of Alex Garland's 4 directorial features, and I completely understand that no one is going to have the same ranking as I do, but if any of you do, sweet, but if not, if you disagree, cool, if not, awesome. But hey, you know what? That is what subjectivity is for. Let's just have a great time celebrating the directorial features, the career of Alex Garland. With all that being said, there's only 4 movies, so let's get right to the point. Let's get it on. Number 4. Starting up at my number 4 spot is the only Alex Garland film that I do not like, and that is Men. No, it's not because of the title. There's other reasons why. Knowing what Alex Garland did with a specific scene in Annihilation, I couldn't wait to see how he would take going fully into the horror genre. And here's what I can say about Men. Men is a movie that has a brilliant setup for the first 2 acts. It has great performances, especially from Jessie Buckley. It's beautifully shot and has a very haunting score. But the 3rd act, however, of Men devolves into filmmaking that just gets, at least in my personal opinion, very pretentious, and it gets to a point where I understood what Alex Garland was trying to say and what he was saying, but he kept beating me over the head relentlessly, especially with a sequence that I felt was just not so, just really over the top, to say the least. But as it was going along, I was just going like, okay, I get it, dude. This is a bit much. Stop. Where the 3rd act of this movie goes and how it ends put more than a sour taste in my mouth, and unfortunately, that is the reason why I find Men to unfortunately be Alex Garland's weakest work. At my number 3 spot is Alex Garland's directorial debut, and that is Ex Machina. Ex Machina is not only a big swing, but it's a very ambitious directorial debut, and I felt like that Alex Garland, for the most part, absolutely knocked us out of the park. Ex Machina, more than anything else, is a performance-driven movie, and Alex Garland got 3 good performances out of his cast. Domhnall Gleeson, I thought it was brilliant. Oscar Isaac was perfect, but it's Alicia Vikander that steals every single scene. Ex Machina does such a great job of going into our relationship with not only technology, but especially most recently with, well, AI. It's also perfectly shot. It has a really good ominous score, but most of all, this movie is filled to the brim with so much tension. Ex Machina does have some scenes where it does slow down in terms of the pacing, but did it bother me? Not so much. Once this movie gets to its 3rd act, oh my god, just absolutely brilliant. Not only is this movie a great movie, but it's a great directorial debut. Number 2. Admittedly, when it comes onto my number 2 spot, recency bias might play a little bit of a factor in this, but Civil War absolutely ruled. My biggest concern going to Civil War was that this was a movie that was going to take a stance, and it was going to be a very politically driven film, And thankfully, watching Civil War, it was not a political film whatsoever. What Civil War is all about is telling a story through the lens of these photographers capturing the horrors of what they're seeing going from one destination to the next destination. Brilliant performances, especially from Kirsten Dunst and Kaylee Spaney. Wagner Moura is brilliant in this movie. I just want to mention it as well. As you can imagine, that scene is one of the most tension-filled and the most suspenseful sequences I have seen in a film in a very, very long time. There is a specific character decision that will either leave you going like, whoa, or it'll leave you feeling really pissed off. Civil War was one of the most anticipated movies of 2024. And by the end of this movie, I was not only left speechless, I was left stunned, but I was left feeling a feeling that I haven't felt in a movie in a very, very long time. And I absolutely love this movie. And if it really is Alex Garland's last time behind the camera directing, he definitely went off on a banger. What a fucking movie.
It's number one.
My number one favorite Alex Garland movie was the one film that I saw from him that left me not only stunned and speechless, but this movie blew my mind into a million pieces, and that movie is Annihilation. I remember the first time I saw Annihilation, I went to the screening of this movie. I took my buddy Sarah with me because we were both extremely excited for this movie. Annihilation was more than a movie for me. Watching Annihilation was an experience that I never thought I'd get from a science fiction movie. This is a movie that not only had me glued to the screen the second it started, it had me invested, it had me on the edge of my seat, and there are sequences from this movie that still blow my mind. Especially, well, I mean, I could choose from the multiple sequences that have this movie. The third act of Annihilation was one of the coolest and one of the most holy shit third acts that I had seen in the 2010s decade. Annihilation was not only to me the most stylish work of Alex Garland, it's to me the most investing work of Alex Garland's career, but it's also to me his most ambitious movie. Out of all the Alex Garland films that I have watched, this was the only film from him that I saw multiple times in the theaters. And actually, guys, fun fact for you all, when I bought my first 4K Blu-ray player, I bought two movies, A Quiet Place and Annihilation. And guess what? Annihilation was my first movie on the 4K Blu-ray player, so for that reason, it does have a sentimental value to me at that point, but still nonetheless. Annihilation has not only stood in my mind ever since I saw it, but it's the movie I still gotta go like, how did he pull that off? I love Civil War, Ex Machina is brilliant, but out of all of his movies, Annihilation for me was the one that left me feeling holy crap by the end of it. And for me, guys, that is the reason why Annihilation for me is Alex Garland's best directorial work. I fucking love this movie to no end. And that is my ranking of Alex Garland's directorial features. Please comment down below, what is your ranking of Alex Garland's directorial features? Did you guys find Men to be better than the rest? Did you find Ex Machina to be the best? Did you find Civil War to be his best? Or which one is your least favorite Alex Garland movie? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed my ranking of Alex Garland's directorial features. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for when this video goes live. If you guys want to see my previous two videos, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.